What is going on? We are currently in the world of Dokkan, and it's official. It is official. There are now super duper easy. Super EZAs. Super duper EZAs will be coming in approximately 7 years. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how to feel about this. Hold on. Wait a second. Give me a second. 1 second. Gotta appreciate that UI. Wow, that is clean. Holy cow, that is really nice. As someone who does not know how to use CSS properly, this blows my mind. Whoever the developer, honestly, whoever the developer that did this, let me know how you did that, because I don't know how you even begin to do that. Now, I'm assuming the battle info is the same, but it looks like he'll probably be stronger and harder, immune to status effects, category resurrected warriors, extreme Z awakened characters are even more effective. Oh, okay. So they're doing the whole similar to how LR EZAs, the LRs do more damage. It's also similar here that if someone is an extreme Z awakened character, they also do more damage. Okay, that's interesting. Wow. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. I wonder if it'll keep my team that I used a billion years ago. No, I guess not. Okay. No problem. No problem. We could always make a new Resurrected Warriors team. I guess the question is, how bad or how good is it if you don't use that? Because I know for these EZAs, all of a sudden these kind of mid categories all of a sudden become god tier when you got the real power of the EZA going through you. So here is Mr. Resurrected Warriors right here. I don't know if there's a better leader. I'm going to go ahead and go with him because that is nostalgic to me. That makes me remember ye old day. Oh, man. I can't wait till... You know what's crazy? We got a super EZA before we got this Broly's regular EZA. I'm really looking forward to this Broly getting an EZA. This Broly is so cool. I never use him, though, because I pulled him 6,000 years after his relevancy. Like, bro came out and was unironically just dead on arrival. Like, it's depressing, bro. I really wanted homie to be OP so I can use him, but that does not seem to be the case. Let's see. This guy is AGL. Let's see. Is there any other tech ones that we can use? Maybe Extreme, perhaps? Oh, this is the... Oh, damn, I have not used this guy in so long. So is this guy gonna get a super EZA too? Because he is one of the OG EZAs. Like, he's one of the OG tech leaders. He's one of the OG individuals. That'd be pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's actually pretty cool. Oh, hold on. Wait a second. Before I forget, I have to be very empathetic as well as very helpful to any friends that may see this. Let me go ahead and put my leader skill as the one, the only. I wonder, would people rather want a int Golden Frieza or a tech Golden Frieza? I'm assuming int because tech is not really... He's good, but he ain't good as a leader. So let's see. Let's go back to Z Battle. And let's see. This is actually pretty hype. It's a little weird because, in my opinion, I feel like... Dokkan is now opening up another opportunity where they basically are going to have a... Let's just run this and see what ends up happening. They're basically going to run into a situation where now you have to consider who is worthy of a super EZA, whereas in the past the argument was like who is worthy for an EZA period. So I feel like as long as Dokkan hires more people and doesn't have the same developer do everything, maybe this can work out, but I have a bad feeling that this is going to like add a lot of questions around people wanting either super EZAs to make old SSRs more reliable, or just an EZA for, characters like your boy Broly, who literally is down bad. Like, when I say he's down bad, I'll talk about he's downright unusable, bro. Like, he's one of those characters that were just so hype on release, but I never got him on release. Like, there's certain characters in the game that are, like, larger than life. Like, there's certain characters that when they came out and you had them, you were living a different type of life. I would say, first and foremost, the one character that, on release, if you got him on release, it changed your life, would be Super Gogeta, the 1-year anniversary Super Gogeta. I never got him, early on anyway. It took, like, 2 or 3 years, however long it took. I didn't get him on release. I didn't even go for his banner on release. I went for the, what's his name? I went for believe it or not, the Janemba banner, which is crazy because, like, I don't know, I just for some reason was like, everybody's gonna have Gogeta as their friend, which is true. Everybody did have Gogeta as their friend, and I'm like, I'd rather have Janemba. That way, you know, you have Janemba. I didn't get Janemba either. I didn't get Janemba until a lot time later. But that Super Gogeta was different, bro. When that guy came out on release, like, anyone out there who went into debt for Super Gogeta, I respect that. Because you know what? No cap, no BS. You can, unironically, go into debt for Super Gogeta, declare bankruptcy, and right now, 7 years later, you be alright. It's actually longer than 7 years. Wow, it's longer than 7. Yeah, it is longer than 7 years. This game has been out for like 9, going on 10. So think about it like that. Debt is not even permanent. 7 years, bro. I've seen people go to prison for longer. 7 years of bad credit. Like, you could just take out credit cards, take out loans, you know, take out a car loan, sell it, buy Dragon Stones with it, and then with all that debt, you just declare bankruptcy, but they can never take the stones back. Think about it. You declare bankruptcy, they can try to take the money, which is gone because Bandai got it, and they can never take your characters away. So really, you're winning. No matter what, in any scenario, you're winning. So for me personally, I wish I went into debt for Super Gogeta, because had I had got him, it would have been a different type of game. Another character, I think if you play this game on Japan, it's very different than if you played it on Global. And the reason why I say that is because the two characters that it was a crazy meta was the heroes and villains meta, which was the Phi, Super Vegito, and the OG STR Rose. When they came out on JP, they actually had a lot of time to breathe and, like, be enjoyed. Whereas with Global, it was a little bit more rushed because at that time we had gotten, I don't know what it was. I think it was like the $150 million, whatever, 150 million downloads campaign, which replaced them and kind of made them irrelevant. And they didn't have as long time in the sunlight as it did on JP. But when they came out on JP, dude, that was a W meta. Like, that was a really good. I was looking forward to it when it came to Global. When it came to Global, it didn't last that long. It wasn't a very long meta. That's the weird thing about this game. As time goes on, you gotta basically just be thankful for whatever meta you're a part of, because for me personally, by the way, I don't know if there's any progression here, but I'm assuming you just play this, it doesn't change, and you just get the medals. That's what it looks like to me, which there's nothing wrong with that, but it's not like regular EZAs, I don't think, anyway. I mean, yeah, it seems like it's just, you just fight him, this is the fight, you get the necessary medals, and then that's it. Okay, alright, there's nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, I'm happy that it's that redundant, that way I don't have to be here too long, because I do want to go to the gym. It's currently 4:30 in the morning, believe it or not, and I want to go to the gym. What's crazy to me is that I've been going to the gym around 5 a.m. the past, like, 2 weeks, and it's packed. Like, what the hell is going on? I go to the gym, there's like 3 women there, and by the way, I have no problem with women, but my issue is when I'm doing leg day, they're always hogging the leg machines. So I go in there and I'm like, alright, well, the leg extension machine, locked down. Squat machine, locked down. The leg curl machine, locked down. It's like, bro, like, I want to use the barbell. I want to go use that. They're doing squats. I'm like, yo, what is this? And for me, my gym isn't that big. Like, if there's 5 or more people, it's pretty much very noticeable, and you'll be waiting a while. So, I don't know what it is, but 5 a.m. I go in there, and there's, like, hella women, hella dudes. It's packed for 5 a.m. I'm like, dude, what is this? I came here from all the alpha Chad people on the internet that talk about waking up at 6 a.m. and grinding. I'm like, yo, I go to the gym early, and then there's people there already there early. So, like, do I go to the gym at 2 a.m.? Maybe there's less people at 2 a.m. But I'm not trying to get up at 2 a.m. What do you mean get up at 2 a.m.? You stay up until 2 a.m. You don't get up at 2 a.m. So, yeah, I do want to try to go to the gym. And honestly, I definitely feel like currently, other than enjoying this brand new EZA, this brand new Super EZA, I've been liking the game. I'm not gonna lie, I still play Dokkan almost every day. I've been ranking up for the most part with this quadruple EXP. When it's not quadruple EXP, it's just depressing. It takes way too long to level up. And I have enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie. I did not summon on the new Vegeta banner. I want to. I really do. But I haven't. Maybe I will, but I haven't. With that being said, the problem that I have lately is that I don't know what it is, but I've ushered a new generation, and I think I've said this multiple times before, where I overextend my hobbies and I overextend my time, and then I get frustrated and mad that I don't have any time, so I give up on stuff, and then I get mad that I gave up on it. I didn't give up anything, but lately it's been extremely, extremely, extremely hard to try to balance different hobbies, different interests between going to the gym, between hanging out with friends, between making YouTube videos on multiple channels. Honestly, this channel, I feel bad. I tried to make a couple videos. They did not come out the way I was expecting them to come out, and I just scrapped it, and I got depressed, and I was like, I'm just not going to bother. It's not that many. It's not like I'm over here thinking in the lab every day trying to think of a new Dokkan video. I do like Dokkan, but I find it pretty difficult to make new content. The only video that I am planning to make is just based off a meme. It's a legitimate topic, but at the same time, I'm not super duper interested in Dokkan meta and Dokkan information, so I usually don't tip my toes into that very often. But with that being said, I will say that I have two videos that I'm planning on making that are both they're both prophetic, because I think for a fact that I'm going to spit some knowledge that people aren't aware of, and at the same time, it will more than likely blow your mind, and it'll definitely be 100% accurate. But with that being said, the past, I think from December until now, I've been very busy, and it's only gotten busier, and it's only gotten harder, and I feel like it's really annoying where, there's a lot of things I wanted to start doing this year that I haven't started, and at the same time, I can't blame myself because I don't have enough time, and I don't, it's not possible to do everything that I want, and I really don't like that. It's very frustrating. I wish I was unemployed but got $1 million so I could, not do my job, which I'm doing well. I got a promotion, by the way. 5% raise was a little depressing. I was hoping for more, but hey, in the age of layoffs, a 5% raise is better than anything else, so I can't complain. But one thing I wanted to start in the new year that I did not start was making, it would sound crazy because I have so many YouTube channels, was making more technical videos for my technical YouTube channel. I've made a couple videos, but not many. I also wanted to start working on porting. I have a website. I had a small business idea that I started with a friend, and then my friend, this is funny, my friend came to me with a business idea that sounded decent. He's like, listen, there's all these different coupon sites like Slick Deals and these other websites, but they're missing some features and some other things that I think we can add, and it'll be interesting and people will like it, ddd. Ends up, I made a website. I made an S3 basic database. I did a lot of front-end programming, which I hate. If you think about it from a sprint perspective, if you're a front-end dev, it would take you a sprint. For me, it took me about 2 months. I hate front-end development. Dude, just to make the website not look garbage is so much work. So I made the website, I got everything set up, and then once it was done, my friend got disinterested and didn't really care. And that's not to put my friend under the bus, even though he's a piece of garbage and he should have taken my amazing product and marketed it. But it is to say that I want to take that website, which I created in Google, in Google's Firebase and GCP, and I want to port that to Amazon because I'm using S3 for the data, and that is not secure because it's impossible for a front-end static website. You cannot store credentials server-side. So because there's a serverless website, it's based off of, it's similar to AWS's S3 static websites, but it's with Google. Because it's with Google, I can't have a role association in AWS, and I have hard-coded secrets. They're technically encrypted, but if someone found them and decrypted it, it's not, if someone really wanted to steal it, they could steal it. So I need to move that to AWS. I haven't done that yet. I want to do that. I want to make videos about that. Pretty much anything I do technically, I try to document it for myself. And then I came to the epiphany and realized, not many people put YouTube videos out there of stuff that they work on and things that they do. So if I were to do that, that could actually be helpful for myself and others, as well as get a lot of views and be like DSP, views, be Mr. Views. But for me, honestly, it's going to sound corny. I don't care. You can say whatever you want. My friends think I'm retarded, but I like making YouTube videos, and for me, if I had 100 comments and 10 views, if that is even possible, that means more to me than 100 views and 1 comment or a like, because I usually like to make content, especially when it comes to tutorial content that's actually helpful, that can help people. Things that I personally went through, had hell on earth, and I document, and then I'll make a public GitHub, or I'll make a public video with a GitHub. That for me is like, it literally adds years to my life, and like hopefully people appreciate and understand, like when it comes to certain tutorials, especially when it comes to anything that's like technologically based, it is really, really annoying to do, and it's very time consuming. But at the same time, for me, like I usually go and I make a video, or I'll organize things, and I'll go back and use it myself. So it's not just you know, for the sake of sharing it with others, although that is a part of it. It's also just the fact that it's useful for me, because there's been multiple times where I've done something, I've made changes, and then I'm like, oh, well, how did I do this thing? Instead of just reading the documentation, I have an actual video I could go back to, which is pretty useful, which is pretty good. But I say all that to say that I haven't done much of that. I made like 1 or 2 videos for my technical YouTube channel. For my quote-unquote main channel, I say main just because I spend the most time on it, the Your Justice Warrior channel, that's a channel that I've been uploading to pretty consistently. Probably every week I've been doing that. It's very hard because it's hard to think of different video ideas, and it takes so much time to edit it. That's one thing I really hate, editing YouTube videos, especially for me. I'm not a great editor, and for the current project I'm trying to work on, emphasis on the word trying, because I've been working on this project since, I've thought of it since I believe 2021, I'm not joking, and I started editing it last October, and I've gotten to the point where I've done the introduction. Like, this is a really big video, like this is not a normal video, it's really a historical essay, but in a video format, and so far I've done completely the introduction, completely the audio for it, completely everything for the intro, which is about 9 minutes. And I've now done the segmentation for the content. I think I've done about 1/3 of it. So I now need to edit that, add that. I like it. I think it's a good-ass video. I don't give a fuck if it gets no views. That video is good as shit. It doesn't even exist yet, and it's a good-ass video. It's basically going to be a examination of why Americans hate Jimmy Carter so much. If you're not aware, Jimmy Carter is literally, in my opinion, the most hated U.S. president. He's the first president to get hate mail. If anyone's autistic enough to remember a video I made years ago, there's a 0.1% chance you remember this, because I barely remember this. But I already talked about this in a video in the past, and I brought up the fact that Jimmy Carter literally used to get hate mail. Like, he would be reading comments that he got on the TV to Americans talking about how people hate him. He's getting death threats, or not death threats, but he was getting comments talking about how he's weak, he can't run the country, he's a loser. And he is, unironically, no exaggeration, probably the most hated president, at least from a president that was, as he was president and acknowledged it and had to deal with it. I'd say Jimmy Carter had hands down. So that's basically an idea of looking at the history leading up to Jimmy Carter, the 3 presidents before him, 2 or 3 presidents before him, what led to his presidency, and then what did he do during his presidency, what happened during his presidency, and the public's reaction to it. So that's the video I'm making about it. It is taking a shit ton of time. I'm also making other videos in the meantime. Like, the most recent video I made was about Dan Schneider and Nickelodeon, and how he literally is the biggest creep in the world. I don't know how well that video is going to do. It's one of those weird things about the YouTube algorithm. It's basically just up to people's interests. But it's somewhat of a trendy topic, somewhat of an interesting topic. So, you know, hopefully that breaks the 100 view mark. For me, I'll be honest with you, I've been making videos lately, and I get surprised when they go over 100 views, especially if it's something that's not trendy. So when I see that, when I see go over 100, I go, ooh, we cooking now. We cooking real good. Then above 500, ooh, that's looking real good. And then once it breaks 1,000, at that point, everything over that is just, you know, I just love it way too much. Yeah, I think that's something that I have been very consistent with, and something that I've been cognizant of is making YouTube videos for that channel. One is because I like doing it, and I do like the finished product. But also at the same time, I realize that it's very important to upload regularly, which I don't have to do for my technical channel, because most of the stuff, like, people are just going to Google that information. It doesn't matter. But for channels like this channel, if there's like a gaming channel, I have a gaming channel that I upload to every once in a while. That's the thing. I have too many interests and too many channels to ever realistically think I'm ever going to upload regularly to each one. Like, that's delusional. I'm not even that delusional to think that. I upload, you know, every once in a while I'll upload a new video. I never ever expect it to be a gigantic piece of time sink, because it's just not possible. Like, it's just unlikely. It's not a good idea to literally be delusional and basically expect things to happen. Like, if I just said right now, for every single one of my YouTube channels, I'm going to make a weekly video. The Dokkan channel, the gaming channel, the commentary channel, the technical channel, like, that, you're fucking delusional. Like, even if I wasn't working, that's delusional. It's not possible. So it's a little disheartening, because sometimes when you have a lot of interest, you know what they say is, you know, jack of all trades, master of none. You know, you're interested in a lot of things. There's not many people that can, you know, be, you know, someone who produces something in multiple areas and be successful. I think the only person I could think of off the top of my head would be Childish Gambino, or can't remember his real name. His real name is something, but Childish Gambino, he's a comedian, actor, musician, and everything he does. Atlanta is really good. His music was good whenever he released it, and his stand-up comedy was decent. So, you know, you got to be extra talented, which I'm not, in order to pull all those things off. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I have no fucking idea how that guy, like, not even joking, like, unironically, I have no idea how he organizes his time to be so successful in so many different things. And the thing is, for me, is that I personally love to be productive, but I also hate it at the same time. Like, I'm going to go to the gym literally in like 10 minutes. And I don't want to, because I kind of want to just relax. I want to watch a TV show. I want to, you know, kind of decompress. I took off of work tomorrow. I don't give a shit. I can't with work right now, because one, I'm going somewhere in the afternoon, so I might as well should have taken off anyway. And I'm just really frustrated with work right now, because it's been a very, 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 very busy period since January. There's been a lot of issues. There's been a lot of downtime. There's been work items that I've been working on that basically got derailed because we had other issues pop up, which is fine until it's not fine, until, you know, you're basically figuring out, you know, basically how long can you go before what you think is not an issue is an issue. What I mean by that is that we had some severity issues, we had some deployment issues, and I was on call for a week, and all those different things since the middle of February. I've gotten really, really hard, delayed, where, you know, I basically spent the last maybe, I would say 2 weeks minimum, trying to fix a deployment issue. During the period of me trying to fix a deployment issue, I found a different issue that was more important. That drained the shit out of me, because everybody is busy right now, so, like, me finding that means that me fixing that is also a requirement, which I understand, but at the same time, I'm just, I have so much stuff that I'm trying to do at work. And I also had a meeting today to basically get, not yelled at, but basically was told that, you know, there's like work coming up in the next quarter, and my manager said that we should not do it because it's basically not realistic, which is true. But at the same time, there was promises made and different things that were brought up and different things that were basically told that we should do, we should get done. And I had a meeting about that today where the person was like, listen, you know, we thought we could do this. What's going on? Da-da-da, dee-dee-dee. And I'm just, like, my head is hurting just thinking about that. So it's been very busy. It's good and bad because, you know, as annoying as it is being this busy, I'd rather be busy than not busy. But maybe not. Maybe when I'm not busy, I want to be busy. When I'm busy, I want to be not busy. Whatever that is. You know, the grass is always greener on the other side. But point is, personally, I've been very busy between gym and hobbies. I also, this is a delusional statement, but I also was thinking about maybe going back to school because I really do want to get a master's degree. But that sounds like a delulu statement considering the amount of time I have. That means something has to go in terms of hobbies or gym. And gym isn't even that much time. Gym is like an hour and a half, you know, 3 times a week. Whereas with like video editing and stuff, that's like, I don't know, maybe 3 to 5 hours a week. But either way, it seems like I have a lot of abundance in life at the moment, and I should be thankful for that. And I only complain to simply say that everything is so great, and there's whoa, what is this? Yo, they did not just drop a essay in the passive description. Oh my lord. So let's see. So when it comes to the super attack, looks like nothing changed. Yeah, it causes immense damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense. That's actually pretty interesting. Yeah, because yeah, that's actually pretty interesting. So the only thing that changed, not the super attack changing, not the leader skill changing, just the passive. I like that. That's actually pretty interesting. That's a pretty good way to do this, because now what this guy is going to become is a better subunit, and at the end of the day, all that's happening to him is that his passive is changing. So let's look at his passive, yeah? Key +2, attack and defense +200%, very decent. Performs a critical hit for 1 turn from the character's entry turn. Superclass allies' chance of performing a critical hit +20%. Whoa! That's really good support. Superclass allies' chance of performing a critical hit +20%. An extreme class ally's chance of performing a critical hit +10 for 3 turns from the character's entry's turn. Okay, so it's not the whole time. Okay. Plus an additional attack and defense +150% for 5 turns from the character's entry turn. Plus an additional attack and defense +100%, launching an additional super attack when performing a super attack for 7 turns from the character's entry turn. Plus an additional attack and defense +100% when performing a super attack starting from the 8th turn. Okay, so it doesn't get a complete drop-off. From the 8th turn from the character's entry turn. Medium chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack. Plus an additional chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack +30% before attacking. Oh, okay, that's actually... So if he's the first attacker in the turn, he has a +30% chance of dodge. That's decent. Plus an additional defense +150% and high chance of performing a critical hit for 3 turns after evading an attack. Huh. So, alright. Wow. Jesus. So, I don't know. Should I change this guy and put dodge? I don't know. Like, that seems like that's actually the way to go with this guy, which is kind of weird. I would have thought they would have done more with, like, his additional attacks. But, I don't know. He's more of a dodge unit now. That's kind of weird. Okay. Well, that is the first Super EZA. I like the way it looks. That looks cool. That little animation around him. I think this actually makes sense. This is actually pretty fair. Since they're not changing the leader skill, and since they're not changing the super attack, it's not that big of a change. Well, it is a big change, but it's not like he's going to be like, you know, it's not like, remember when AGL Super Vegeta, AGL Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta got his EZA, and he basically made STR Saiyan Saga Vegeta irrelevant. Not Saiyan Saga. Cell Saga Vegeta irrelevant because he was a better leader. He was a better Pure Saiyans leader, and in general, he was just better. So these units look like they're not, you know, it's not like it's usurping a leader position, and it doesn't look like it's that, like, they're not changing the super attack. It's just the passive to make them, like, kind of updated for the times. It's definitely interesting, but I don't know. I still think it's a little weird because you still have to now figure out which character should get an EZA and which character should get a Super EZA. And also, like, who's going to use this character? Like, realistically speaking, who would use this guy? The person who would use this guy is someone who's been playing the game for a really long time. And, you know, if you're playing this game for a really long time, maybe you have better options. I mean, he's cool. I'm definitely going to use him. But I'm only saying, like, who's the target audience for this guy to be used? I think for EZAs in general, it's people who've been playing the game for a while. And people who are, like, you know, older players. Not really for a new player to get, you know, like, use an EZA. The idea being that you have a character for years and then they're kind of getting, you know, breathe new life into them, which is interesting. It's very interesting. But I still wonder if this guy is going to, you know, create a new trend where people want super EZAs over regular EZAs. Is that possible? I don't know. It's possible that, like, moving forward, not every character is gonna get an EZA. Like, this character is a very important character. Like, certain characters in Dokkan, like Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Gogeta, Vegeta, like, those characters are very obviously, like, main characters. So, like, I imagine, like, eventually we are gonna get a Super EZA for this guy, and his leader skill is not gonna change, his super attack is not gonna change, but how is his passive gonna change? If his passive changes where it's like, Attack and defense plus 200% within the same turn after receiving an attack. That's kind of ass, honestly. The worst thing about him is that he has to get attacked first. First sees enemy super attack when HP is 40% or less. Damage received from normal attacks minus 80%. So if he gets like an EZA where like he can see super attacks when it's not HP 40% or less, if he can have attack and defense plus like 150 before, you know, getting attacked, and like if he, you know, by some miracle, honestly, it wouldn't even be that OP, if he were to reduce damage by 30% by supers and 90% by normals, like that'd be huge. Like that'd be, I would actually run this guy. Like he would actually be useful and not just a RNG, you know, flip of the coin type of thing. Because honestly, his defense is so low that even the reduced damage by 80% is not that OP for certain, you know, events. But I think it's very interesting. The concept is interesting. I think we'll see what people want after, you know, you get exposed to this, because I think that it's very important that like these EZAs actually do stuff and they're actually decent. Because like if you think about it, for the starter EZAs, like or the starter awakenings, like when you think about I don't even know where this guy is, bro. He's so lame. The starter Super Saiyan Goku, this guy. Like, this guy technically gets a growth boost, but, like, who cares? Like, no one cares. No one uses this guy. The only people who use this guy's EZA is literally people who, like, just started the game, which is kind of counterintuitive. And the same is true for this guy. Like, this is another guy where, like, his EZA is, like, so who cares? Like, nobody uses this guy. Nobody. Like, he is just so ass that I don't want him to get a super EZA because he's so ass. Like, he's ass. Like, he has nothing to offer. So, like, what is his super EZA going to be? Make him as good as an EZA? Like, it's irrelevant. Like, that's it. This unit should be done. Like, this guy should be retired. It should be over. Unless the super EZA is ridiculous, there's no point. And the same is true for the OG Super Saiyan Vegeta, who I like, but he's always been ass. Like, from release till now, he's never been great because he's always had kind of like a wonky passive. Let me see if I can find that Vegeta. Let's see, Vegeta's family. I don't know if he's extreme or super, I don't remember. Where is he? This guy's so ass, dude. Like, he's so ass. Like, he's just so ass. Like he's ass, bro. Like, he got an EZA and he's ass. It is what it is. At the end of the day, he's never really redeemed himself from EZA time till now, and I've never used him ever. So, like, if you're gonna do an EZA, do it right. If you're not gonna do it, then don't even bother. Cause like who uses this guy? Someone out there, please tell me who uses this guy, cause it ain't me. I've had him since literally 2015, and I swear to God, I'm not exaggerating. 2016, bro fell off. When SSRs were rare, this guy fell off because he has an ass passive. He's one of those annoying, your HP needs to be 30% or below type of passive. Like, what is that? What is that, bro? What is wrong with you? And then once he EZAs, I think it still stays. It's like 70% or something like that. But key plus 3 attack and defense plus 70% plus an additional attack plus 30% up to 120. Chance of performing a critical hit plus 7 at the start of each turn when HP is 80. You know, I mean, stop. Quit it. Bad passive. So, you know, for the Super EZA, this is an interesting concept, but I think it also needs to be very carefully used because I think it was used correctly for the first character, which was this AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku. The question becomes, who's going to get the Super EZA? Who's going to get focused on for regular EZAs? What does the player base want? Because I think that for this, it's very easy to just be like, oh my god, super duper EZA. Like, that's the thing. Like, in 8 years or 5 years or however many years, obviously we're going to be playing Dokkan until 2080. But in 5 years, like, are people going to want super duper EZAs where you have Super Saiyan 3 Goku, this Goku get another passive increase or passive change? I don't think so. Like, there's going to be so many characters in the game that you're going to have to focus on EZAs and now super EZAs. So I was thinking that EZAs would have been like sunsetting for characters, like that's it, they would never get updated again. Whereas now it seems like you have this super EZA concept, which is cool and interesting, but at the same time it creates more churn and it creates more questions. So I think it's really a question of like what is and isn't what players want. Like, what do you want? More EZAs or more super EZAs? I'd say EZAs, because there's certain characters that really need it, such as that Broly. Like, it's ridiculous that Tech LR Broly still does not have an EZA. That's insane to me. So I think that when it comes to new characters and new EZAs, it's definitely something that is going to create more questions and more ideas around, what should be focused on. I don't have the answers because honestly, that is pretty cool that they made a super easy. I think that is cool. But at the same time, I do understand and do realize that now you're creating a whole other subcategory, and I don't even know what the release cadence is going to be for that subcategory because like EZAs happen what once a month, something like that. So when would oh nice. So when would super EZAs happen? Once a quarter, maybe? You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. That's why I said if Dokkan has more people that they're hiring, it might make sense and it might be worthwhile. But it's kind of hard to imagine a scenario where you're going to get it right every time. Like, there's going to be a mid EZA that drops, and people are going to be like, okay, well, this is a mid-ass EZA. Why didn't we get a super EZA instead? You know what I mean? Like, you now have to, like I was talking about earlier, how you can't have everything unless you're literally two people or you're delusional. You can't do everything and be happy with everything. You have to pretty much be careful and basically take into consideration all the different changes and all the different things because now you're in a scenario where your changes are more important because now when you drop something and it's ass, if it's an ass EZA, people are going to be like, it could have been a different EZA that was good or super EZA, you know what I mean? So I think that Dokkan should honestly really just skip certain characters if it's going to be mid. If it's going to be ass and it's going to be like a bad EZA or a bad super EZA, then skip it. Like, if it's going to be a bad super EZA for the starter SSRs, like that Goku, that Tech Vegeta, and that Int Super Saiyan Gohan from the Cell Saga, which I love, but his EZA is trash. Like on one hand, I would be happy that he got a super EZA because then like he gets life breathed into him. But on the other hand, he's so ass. Like how like you would need like a day and night change, like a ridiculous change, in order for that to take effect and for that to be relevant. And I don't know if they want to do that because it seems like for super EZAs, all they're doing is changing the passive, and all they're doing is just kind of like a little bit of upkeep and a little bit of a difference or a little bit of a change. So it doesn't really seem like they're doing drastic changes with Super EZA. So it doesn't really seem like it would make sense to have that Super Saiyan Gohan from the Cell Saga all of a sudden have an OP passive and a different super and a different ability because the super's ass too. The super's like an extreme super or some shit. Not extreme as in the EZA extreme. I'm talking about like extreme in the damage modifier. Like it's just ass. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's a good quality of life update. It's interesting. It's at least banter. Oh my god! Speaking of banter, oh my god! I just got a memory, a forbidden memory. When I said banter, I thought of Banter FC. When I thought of Banter FC, I thought of Manchester United. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I personally am a Man U fan. I do like Man United. It's been fucking tough this season. It's been very, very tough. It has not been easy. Ooh, Super Saiyan Blue. Ooh. Hopefully this is a W. But Manchester United has been not great this season. And at the same time, I've been wanting them to win. But even more so, I've been wanting Liverpool to win because it's Klopp last season. And I'm like, you know what? I saw the game between Liverpool and Manchester United for the FA Cup. I thought to myself, wow, this is going to be painful. Liverpool about to drop 7-0 yet again. What ends up happening? Man U win and knock Liverpool out of the FA Cup. And it's insane. Like, I don't understand how that happened. I don't understand how Liverpool let that happen. But it happened. And it was painful. It was horrendous. Just like how getting that Super Saiyan 4 Goku dupe was not what I wanted. I wanted the Tech Vegeta. I wanted the new character only. That's not likely. I'm gonna do one more summon after this and then give up because this banner is not. It's not a 3+1. There's no reason to be going crazy on a non 3+1 banner. Yeah, dude, Manchester United losing to Liverpool or Liverpool losing to Manchester United was insane. Like that was probably it was a good game. Okay, it ended 4-3, so it wasn't like it was a bad ending. Both teams tried hard. It went to extra time. But Liverpool, if you watch the highlights or even watch the game, so many missed opportunities, so many bad actions, so many just just nothing runs. Like literally, Luis Diaz, he's been doing great. I'm not gonna talk about Cody Gakpo because he deserves a hate. I watched him for the Europa League, and bro was ass in the Europa League, so like I kind of expected him to be ass in the Prem as well. But oh my God, did bro sell? Bro sold. Like bro was liquidating on that field. Bro was just not like. Bro let Anthony score on him, and then bro also let him along with others let others score on him. So it wasn't a great. I'm gonna do one more because it was a no line. It wasn't a great showing for Cody Gakpo. But um, when it comes to Liverpool, I was really surprised that they lost because they've been playing really good this past season. And it just seemed like it was just a lot of lost opportunities. It was unfortunate, but here's the thing. Here's the thing: is that Klopp is not the only manager that is leaving at the end of the season. You know who else is leaving? Xavi for Barcelona, and because of that, Barcelona is stepping up. They are going balls to the wall. Lewandowski is now prime Lewandowski. Like, bro, Vitor Rourke joined Barcelona, and now Lewandowski's going crazy. Like, Lewandowski does not want to be showed out. And they're doing good in the UCL, surprisingly. They beat the shit out of Napoli. They're doing good in the league. They're second in the league. Like, right now, I feel like if we fought Real Madrid... That's right, I said we. Visca Barca, Visca Catalonia. I feel like if Barcelona were to verse Madrid, they would win. Just based off of the high morale. Now, if they lost, then morale is going to the shitter and everything is gone. But honestly, that game against Atletico Madrid, like, that's what I did. I went to the gym. I first watched the Liverpool game. Was sad, was depressed, was terrible. And then I watched the Atletico Madrid game with Barcelona. It was so good. That was such a good game, man. Like, Lewandowski scored a ridiculous goal. Xavi got a red card because he was screaming at the ref. What else? João Felix ended up opening the scoring, and all the Atletico Madrid fans were triggered because he's on loan from Atletico Madrid, which is hilarious. Lewandowski did an amazing goal as well as an amazing assist. He did a nice cross for Fermin Lopez. He got a nice header. So it was a good game, dude. Like, in general, that was a good-ass game. I am looking forward to the UCL. It's going to be Barcelona versus Paris Saint-Germain, PSG. I really hope Mbappe, because he's going to Madrid, like, just does the bare minimum. Like, he doesn't even try, and they lose, and they get knocked out. Because seeing Barcelona go from the quarterfinals to the semifinals would be amazing. If they won the final, obviously, you want that to happen. But Barcelona is so broke and so down bad that it's literally at the point right now that, like, if they at least made it to the semifinal, like, that would be money in the bank. So that's something to look forward to. And this is going to be my very last summon. This is a Piccolo and Gohan. This is a blessed summon. This is a great summon. This is a magical summon. So let's see. This is the finale. I used way more stones than I was anticipating to, but maybe I'll go into debt. Maybe I'll go, take out a credit card loan, buy a bunch of dragon stones. Who the fudge is that? Okay. Are they new? Who the hell is that? Vegeta and Nappa. Never saw them before. Never saw them before, and I never even saw any YouTube videos talking about them, which I don't hate. I'm not mad about that because they might be unique. But where the hell? What? Where do these guys come from? Vegeta and Nappa, terrifying conquerors. Attack and defense plus 150, plus an additional attack plus 80% when forming a super attack. Keep plus 1 up to 4/1. Plus an additional attack plus and defense plus 30% up to 120 with each attack performed. Launch an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack. Attacks effective against all types of target enemies and attack down or defense down. Reduces damage received by 30 as a third attacker in a turn. That's actually decent. That's actually runnable. Guards all attacks when there's another terrifying conquerors or piercings categorically ally attacking the same. Oh, that is good. That's actually good. Oh. What the hell? When the hell did this guy come out? I don't know. I don't know when he came out, but that's actually good. I'm gonna do one more summon because I'm gonna be honest with you. That was a trash ass summon, and I feel like with all this trash, there's got to be gold around the corner. So I'm gonna just do one more. Let's see. If it was just Vegeta, I would have had more hope. The fact that Yamcha came. Oh, wait a second. Okay, so this is Super Saiyan Vegeta. So Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, ironically, got us an LR, which is fine, but I was looking for the new character. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like we weren't looking for that tech Vegeta. So it seems like the only thing that guarantees you, we're getting Broly pilled. The only thing that guarantees you, this is another OG EZA. The only thing that guarantees you the new character is, looks like Xeno. So I'm gonna do last one, just because that Yomp should ruin my life. I'm gonna do a single, then a multi. Oh wow, that would have been a good multi. Android 17 and Piccolo is a good combination. Actually, let me do one more, because honestly, when it comes to single summons, sometimes you steal the luck from the multi-summon, so let me, you know what I mean, let me do one more single, let me get a little assy flying, shit, Piccolo, I mean, Vegeta and Krillin, that's another good flying. Ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie, that is a good flying. Alright, one more single, I'm telling you, one more single, it's gonna be trash, then we can do the multi, and we can be happy. And whatever it is, that's it. At least it's a good summon. So let's see. No flying or ass flying. Goten, my son, he disappoints me regularly. This is an ass summon. If it was Gohan, it would have been better. Just Gohan, but Goten and Goku have a weird relationship because Goku keeps killing himself whenever it comes to Chi-Chi asking him to pay child support. He just dips out. He's like, I'll pay for Gohan, I ain't playing for Goten. So he's just that type of guy, Goku. He's a real deadbeat dad. So let's see. Decent flying. Vegeta and Tien. Weird ass combination, but we got to give it to me off rip. And let's see, this is going to be a Super Saiyan. Okay, Super Saiyan Vegito. And we can end it here. It's at least a good summon. We got some Broly dupes. I think I only had one copy of Broly or two before this, so not even mad at that. That's actually decent. Let's see, what are we going to get? This is a Vegito. This is it. This is... Alright, we got another Majin Vegeta. It was actually pretty decent. I don't use him that much. I should use him more. He's actually really good. Especially if you have, and I do have, the Int Vegeta and Trunks. Like, he's really good with them on rotation. So there we go. We got pretty much everyone but the new character, but when it comes to these summons, you can't really rely on, getting the new character. If you're a whale piece of garbage such as myself, you gotta calm it down. So we did more summons than anticipated. We went from 700 stones to 100, so we spent about 600 stones. It is what it is. We'll just go into debt and we'll try to get some Dragon Stones recoup for the anniversary. Super EZA is here. I'm about to go to the gym. And remember that no matter what you do in life, you can either be happy or you can be sad. I complained. I was in a pretty down mood, not gonna lie, because there's things at work where there's a lot of stuff going on, things in my personal life where I'm trying to juggle and balance things. But honestly, I can have a better disposition, I can have a better attitude, and I think that I shouldn't be such a crybaby because I have so many different hobbies, or I have different things I'm interested in, and I'm trying to figure out how to fit that in my life. It's either I fit it in my life or I don't. It's not really something to be mad or sad about. So with that being said, have a good day, and I look forward to the rest of the UCL, the rest of the Premier League, and, ooh, wait a second, your boy got some Copa America tickets, and I'm looking forward for this summer, because I got tickets to see Argentina versus Chile, which is going to be goated, and I also have tickets for the semifinal in New York. So whoever goes to the New York semifinal, that's where I'm going. So you know what I mean? So hopefully it's Argentina. Hopefully they go all the way. Hopefully it's in that semifinal. There's a semifinal, I think, in Chicago and New York. I got the one for New York. So hopefully, you know, I see Messi in Chile versus Argentina, and then I also see him on the flip side for Argentina versus whoever in the semifinal. So there's a lot of things to look forward to. There's a lot of good that's going on. And I think you just caught me at a bad time where I was thinking about a lot of the negative things as opposed to a lot of the good things, which I apologize. I'll try to be more upbeat in the future. But that is it. That is the end of this, and goodbye.